The significance of selecting the centre backs when you're keeping the shape of your defence and your opponent is building up.
Griezmann, 3 men around him to somehow find some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a taunt. Didn't really go for it. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We talked about Aussie FIFA. He's not here to make up the numbers.
You see, the common tip on YouTube is do not touch your centre backs. Run back with your attackers and AI defend. A lot of that's flawed, simply because there are other aspects in your defence that you need to take into consideration when it comes to defending in high caliber games. If you truly want to improve, take what I'm saying literally. It is super important that you are touching your centre backs when it comes to cutting off passing options and when it comes to facing up with an attacker inside the box. So those are the two situations and scenarios that you want to select your centre backs. So although in some situations it is very true, do not touch your centre backs, focus on keeping the shape of your defence, there are other scenarios where it is very important that you do touch your centre backs. For instance, when your opponent is building up and he's looking for passes into the attackers, and there are clear passing lanes from the midfield into the attackers showing for the ball, let's say the striker. It is so important that we are anticipating that pass into that attacker, and that incorporates selecting your centre back and dragging him in front of the attacker. Once you've done that, you then select back to the midfielder, okay, because you've covered the pass to the attacker. And when you select back to the midfielder, it means that you're not just controlling your centre back and bringing him out of position. You're just slightly pushing him up in front of the attacker to prevent that pass. There's going to be two scenarios. The opponent is going to look at that and go, he's covered it, let's turn back. Or he's going to look at that or not even realize you're doing that and make the pass. You're then going to intercept it because you've anticipated the pass. Then we move on into when the opponent gets the ball into the attackers inside the box. If you AI defend in the box against a high caliber attacker, you will lose out. You need to select the centre backs to face up. This is important because the AI itself isn't the greatest at tracking attackers and skill moves and dribbling. But if you select the centre back and you face up, you can then go in for the tackle or at least sit in the hole to prevent any gaps in space from occurring. It's so important because you cannot AI defend in those situations. It is okay to AI defend in situations where you're keeping the shape of your defence and you're looking to try and keep the line, but you must select your centre backs. So anyone that says you should not, please reconsider. And potentially, if a friend says it to you, then share them this video and it explains in depth of why you should. I'm coaching one-on-one on my Patreon. If you do want to be a part of that, the link is down below. Okay, and I'm preparing people for EAFC 24 right now. So check that out. The link is down below. But as always, I hope you have a good day. I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam ciao. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DylanEtsATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.